Hello, this is Strategy Miscellany. This is episode 11 of our Rule the Waves 2 campaign as France. This will be the final episode. The reason it shows as January 1900 right now is because I had to cut this episode in half. So this is just a little bit of an intro to the second part. It is actually November 1944. We are at peace after, I believe, the Third Italian War at this point. Yeah, this would have been the Third Italian War, and we were victorious in that, and getting ready to run out the last decade of the game because the campaign will end in 1955. So, without further ado, let's get started. All right, and I think it's finally time to scrap the Richelieu. It's given great service, but it's finally time for it to retire, along with the Strasbourg. And it looks like we need a new destroyer design. Let's build it up to as big as we can this time. Okay, I guess as big as we can is 2,000 tons. I thought we could do 2,500, but I guess not. All right, so here we have the Dumas, 33 knots, a couple of 5-inch guns, 20 torpedoes with torpedo reloads, a bunch of anti-aircraft guns, mines, minesweeping gear, uh, depth charge guns for anti-submarine warfare, and that's our new destroyer model. Get it in the hopper. We'll need a new Corvette model shortly too, I think. But for now, let's build some destroyers. Along with the Nouvelle Charlemagne, which is 2 years out from coming off the slipways. And we have 3 carriers. Beautiful. Okay, let's figure this out here. Gonna get a proper design for how these aircraft are. Twenty medium bombers, 20 fighters, 20 torpedo bombers, 10 flying boats, 10 float plane scouts. Beautiful. Let's copy that and paste it to all of our 80 class air bases. No, we're not going to have a disarmament conference. we need to finish the Nouvelle Charlemagne. All right, good. Our budget is beating Germany's again. Oh, we can build some cruisers. Let's get ourselves a proper light cruiser design. All right, so here we have the Dordogne, six 6-inch guns, bunch of torpedoes, bunch of mines, and otherwise just kind of a regular light cruiser. But hopefully should do a good job. Has colonial service so that it can take care of the tonnage requirements for those colonial possessions. So we'll get some of those in the hopper shortly. Well, now we can pick an enemy to pick a fight with. And I think I want to get vengeance on the Germans for the last war. Alright, I can't really afford to build 8 of these for very long. I'll have to halt construction on the Charlemagne and a couple of the Dumas. Yeah, see, here's a decolonization event, for example, where the British have given up their hold on Jamaica. They're one of their Caribbean possessions. I haven't had any of the decolonization events hit for me yet, interestingly. Wouldn't mind having a few. Save a little bit of the colonial possessions budget. So I decided we need a new Corvette. This is the Fructador. 900 tons. Just a little tiny thing. Some 3-inch guns. A little bit of anti-aircraft. Minesweeping gear. K-guns for anti-submarine warfare. And so, yeah, we can turn out some of these to deal with our anti-submarine and trade protection needs. Looks like the Italians want to have another war. That would be extremely stupid of them. But we'll see what happens. And yep, April 47, the Italians have started another war with us. Oh boy. I don't think they have a thing. But let me get some ships on trade protection here. And we gotta get these air bases to active too. All right, there we go. And this is interesting. The Germans have just decided to go invade Norway, and we can either declare war on them now, or we can decide to wait for later. I think it's probably a stupid decision, but it'll be more exciting this way. We'll fight Germany and Italy at the same time. Interesting, we have Japan on our side, so not very historical in that sense. But what the heck? Let's go. Now, we're going to need to take a lot of our forces that we sent to the Med and bring them back to Northern Europe. There, that's better. And once we have the Nouvelle Charlemagne, then we'll really be in a better place. All right, the good news is we got a lot of their subs because they have a ton of submarines compared to us right now. Interesting. This could go very well or very poorly. Let's see what happens. Wow, we do not get much, and also it's basically night is falling as we speak. But it's July, so the night's going to be real short. Maybe we try and wait until dawn. Yeah, you can see how it's high summer, so the night is very short up here at this high latitude. So my hope is I could sort of lure them to stay in range of my air stations. I think they might have just gone home, though. We'll see. Oh, there they are again. Here comes the dawn. We're in sort of the twilight hours. Well, we sank one of them. Here comes daylight. There's our Zeppelins. Okay, let's see what their armored cruiser looks like. Okay, that's a lot smaller than the Duxen. The Duxen should be able to crush that. And hopefully we'll get an airstrike brewing soon, too. Maybe we better start getting out of here. I remember what happened last time. Looks like our anti-air guns were holding them off well enough anyway. All right, we got their heavy cruiser, we got their destroyer. Not bad. Oh yeah, we should choose a place to try an invasion on them. Can we invade Tanganyika? Let's try. Halt construction on a few things while we save up. Well, we're going a little negative, but when we're done, the Nouvelle Charlemagne will be done, so it's okay. All right, we're doing a pretty good job there. If only we weren't blockaded, it would be perfect. Hmm, interesting. Way up by Britain. There go our scout forces. Okay, so that's a Zeppelin. Those are its parasite fighters. I guess those are our long-range scouts for sure. Well, it is November, which means night's gonna fall very quickly. Okay, yep, we didn't find each other. That's okay. Finally, the Nouvelle Charlemagne is conditioned, or is commissioned. All right, I think they must be invading us. Not quite sure where. Probably Rhodes. Yeah, there's their invasion force, I think. Go take them out. All right. Okay, I think that's going to be their transports at anchor there. Yeah, that's their transports at anchor, all right. Let's get in and start causing trouble. All right, I think we did a pretty good job. I mean, they were able to land first, unfortunately, so they're going to get a lot of points for that, but hopefully we sank enough of their ships that it messed with their invasion, and we can hang on to Rhodes. All right, yeah, unfortunately we sank 8 transports, but they were able to land, so they still get a major victory. Or a minor victory. All right, what I need to do is get enough into the Med that I'm blockading the Italians. Even if the Germans are also blockading me. And then I also need to get some more ships into the Indian Ocean. so that I can get the invasion of Tanganyika going. But actually, I'm going to hold off on the invasion of Tanganyika for now so that I can actually get some ships building. Their subs are doing a good job, but we are sinking a heck of a lot of them, so that's a good thing. Hey, we even get some Japanese ships. Nice. I don't see them, but they must be somewhere. Ah, so here they're trying to mess with our convoy. We won't let them do that. Ah, and there are some German ships down here, too. At least those sound like German names. Königsberg. All right, I think we got them there. I think we can start heading home. Well, what were those radar contacts? Well, that's probably our convoy, but let's go make sure. Yeah, that's just our convoy getting safely to its destination. All right, sunk a couple armored cruisers, kept all our merchants alive. Great success. Call this one the Crete convoy. All right, we don't need too much more in the Med to blockade the Italians. They don't have that much here. Let's see if we can move somebody to get that done. And let's see if we can't start getting the invasion of Tanganyika going again. And they're getting pretty good at torpedoing our ships. It's concerning. Ah, we can fight on. Ooh, interesting. I think they'll be right near us, and we should be able to take them out with our aircraft. What? Now I have friendly ships in that area. Absurd. I have the Nouvelle Charlemagne, the greatest ship in the world. Alright, at least we're blockading the Italians now. Hmm. One destroyer up here in the middle of the night. Or one light cruiser, I mean, against their convoy. Well, we'll see what we can do. In the mist. But it is torpedoes, which is nice. On the other hand, something hit it pretty hard. Alright, that was pretty good. Let's get out of here. Uh-oh. Well, farewell to Nouvelle Rhone. At least we got 3 of their transports. Alright, let's see what we can do off Tanganyika here. Hopefully my airbase on Madagascar can do something. Well, not in the middle of the night. Alright, good. Most of our ships that were damaged there are repaired. And we are sinking a lot of their subs. So dawn comes over the east coast of Africa. An enemy convoy comes into sight. Oh, that was disturbingly fast. This Prince Eugen is nothing to mess with. Well, that did not go well. Call this the Dar es Salaam disaster. All right, we just don't have the money for the invasion of Tanganyika. Got to focus on building ships. No, we're not gonna get mad at Japan right now. We're busy. There we go. Ah, it's one of those Prince Eugens. I'd love to sink one of those. But they might get away in the night. That, I think, is just a transport. I think we got their destroyer, too, though. Now, if day breaks soon enough, we can get our aircraft to come after the Prince Eugen. And we'll be in good shape. Uh-oh, instead their aircraft torpedo bombed us. And the Villeneuve, I don't think, is in good shape. Yeah, it's not in terrible shape. But I think it had better start heading home. Get us back under fighter cover as soon as possible. I really wish my carriers would get involved more. Oh dear, they got the Villeneuve. And they might get the Surcouf too. I don't know why my aircraft aren't doing anything. I should have a base on Saint Floret. I think I have a base in Nice. Yeah, I have a base on Saint Floret. I don't know why they're not doing anything. Looks like they were attacking one of my air bases. Yeah, they got my battle cruiser. Well, we're still blockading them though. Let's set our submarines to fleet support. This is worryingly close to Germany's aircraft. I think we better start going a different direction here. Get under our own air patrols. All right, basically a draw. Oh, not blockading Italy anymore. Let's see. What can I do to change that without messing up my plans too much? Ah, it's because the poor Faucon is in trouble. Well, maybe I can take some of these ships out of the Indian Ocean and put them in the med. Ah, out over Western France. Nice. Just don't know why my carriers never get to do anything. Oh, well, where are they? Air scouts aren't finding anybody. Oh, there's somebody. There they are. Where the heck are these? They must have a carrier, because I don't know where else enemy aircraft be coming from. See if we can't go get them. Oh, night falling. Yeah, I don't think we're going to catch them in time. Hey, nice. Good job to our submarine. Without that, wouldn't be a marginal victory. Do not understand how the budget is working right now, but that's all right. Off of Eritrea. Interesting. Well, guess we couldn't find them. No, we can keep up the war. What? There are plenty of ships in the area. I guess it's because I'm under blockade. At least I'm blockading the Italians now, too. If I can get the Italians out of the war and move everybody to Northern Europe, maybe we can do something about this. Just taking ships from everywhere. Back home to the metropole. See what we can do. I mean, what does the naval balance look like? I mean, it's close. They don't have that much more tonnage than we do. If we could just get a good blast on them, a good naval battle where we just win, we could take them. All right, we can at least talk about peace. Not yet. And our unrest is getting a bit concerning here. Oh, interesting. Out by Qingdao. Yeah, I wish you could get some torpedo hits off on this guy. That would be pretty useful. Almost there. Hey, we got him. Nice. No, wait, they got us. Darn. Well, looks like they got us. Not really sure why the battle is continuing. I think they got our last ship. Maybe the Japanese have somebody involved. Yeah, they got us there. Unfortunate. All right, the good news is we're running them out of subs. They started with like 70 and now they have 22. All right, that was a big boost. This one I think I will decline. I don't want to be that close to their aircraft. This one will take. Got a few of our destroyers running around off the Netherlands. See what happens. Well, I feel like their destroyers are superior to mine. They don't look like they should be. I mean, I guess their guns are better. They got a lot less torpedoes. And they're only like a couple knots faster. But I guess that's that. Unless our air power can do something, and with night falling, I don't think it can. Well, that did not go very well. I don't see much point in building, really big ships, because the war will be over before they're done. I just wish the Nouvelle Charlemagne would get a chance to do something. Yeah, we can talk about a white piece. Not yet. Hmm, concerning. What do we got this time? Hey, the Nouvelle Charlemagne. Nice. Hopefully we can find them. Hey, we have an actual carrier too. Or both our carriers. Nice. They're doing combat air patrol. That's gorgeous. And in the twilight, we see a radar contact. Accelerate. And prepare to fire. Fools. Nothing can stand against the Nouvelle Charlemagne. Fortunate the knight had to fall at such an inopportune time, but we did some good damage. Maybe if we're lucky, even enough to break the blockade. Probably not, but could be. Yeah, Doesn't look like we're finding anybody today. That's okay. Still, we sunk an armored cruiser. That's pretty good. Unfortunately, still blockaded. Maybe if I recall this guy from the South Pacific. Part of it is the Charlemagne's in the shop. That'll mess with our ability to uh, break the blockade for sure. Another one, just like last one. Let's see what happens. This time we're a little bit of a small force. I would like to have more ships out protecting the Nouvelle Charlemagne than just that. But we've definitely got some time before night falls, and we don't seem to have any air bases up by Bergen. So, I think we'll be okay. Guess we couldn't find them. Oh well. Alright, we can afford to divert a few resources to improve civilian living standards for now. If it'll help us carry on the war. All right, again, they're marching right into our home waters. What? How does this keep happening? I have ships all over the place. Crazy. Well, we've got one destroyer. Wonder what they've got. Like they've got a lot of destroyers. I think we should maybe run away. I think we were maybe too late to run away. Well, yeah, I think they got us this time. Well, we got one of them. That's something. Oh, this time we got quite the fleet here. This is like everybody. Got our carriers, got our battleships. Probably still a really stupid idea to sail this close to the enemy land-based air. I maybe need to turn around. But, maybe. Maybe our carriers can fight them off. Okay, we need to get out of here. Everybody needs to go to squad max, and we need to go home and get away. You two are going to be a distraction for a bit. Well, you turn away and run for home. Oh, great. We just got our battle cruiser, the beautiful Duxan. Everybody's going to stick together. We're going to keep the carriers doing air support. Oh no. Oh no. Ugh. Our beautiful flagship, the Nouvelle Charlemagne, cut down in its prime. That's the lesson, really, though. It's 1949. The battleship era is over, even with the slower air technology. It's just it's just how it goes. I guess I should have just built more carriers. Well, that's just how it goes in this era. Battleships are a thing of the past. That's, I feel, something like this game does well. It gets you to fall in love with the dreadnoughts, and then it forces you to realize that they're obsolete, that their time is over. Or maybe I just should have declined that mission, even though it was 9,600 victory points. You should not have gotten that close to the German land-based air. So our saddened fleet limps home in the rain. Oof. 19,000 enemy victory points. Call this the Helgoland disaster. And, well, unfortunately, I don't think we're breaking the blockade anytime soon now. Although I could move this carrier up to Northern Europe because we're not really successfully blockading Italy anymore at this point. Conditions are becoming revolutionary in France. That's a common thing, I suppose. I'm going to speak to the people, see what happens. Well, maybe this time will be them walking into the trap finally. Unable to? What? Maybe that just means they refused to, but it seems impossible it would be unable for them to challenge us. They were right there. Oh, for how few submarines they have, they're causing a lot of trouble. So close to breaking that blockade. If we could just sink a couple of their big ships, that would do it. Maybe if I move one of these carriers to the med. Start getting some more stuff in the Med from the Indian Ocean. I can get the blockade back on Italy. Yeah, these submarines keep damaging our beautiful carriers. This is not going well at all. It's pulling everybody back to home waters. Oh dear. Oh dear. All right, all of a sudden they're just getting swarms of submarines done. I, well, Jutland, that's a auspicious place, or sort of anyway. Let's see what happens. What have we got? Oh, 3 light cruisers. Hoping our carriers would come out. Well, with night falling, at least their air can't hurt us. Yeah, I guess we couldn't find each other, but our submarine did a little damage. All right, now they're sinking so many of our ships. This just is not going to work. Oh, poor little guy. Well, maybe the aircraft can help. I think I have an air base at Algiers. An airship base, anyway. Glorious Zeppelins. There they go. Go find the Germans. Well, a draw. Well, now you care about foreign station. Oh, because I'm not blockaded anymore. I'm not blockaded anymore. Wild. I guess the Germans moved some ships or something? Well, Compared to Breaking Level Arcade, I do not care at all about insufficient ships on foreign stations. Let's go. What have we got? Not much. Then again, they don't have that much either. Well, Prince Eugens are probably better than my light cruisers. These light cruisers really were mostly intended for solving my foreign stations problem, more so than for combat against the home fleet. And you can see when they have to deal with the home fleet, they catch fire a lot. It's not good. Well, at least we're doing some damage back to them. I'm not sure which aircraft are doing what. I don't know if I'd call it a major victory. They sank one light cruiser. Pretty weak sauce major victory, if you ask me. Okay, that's his minor. That makes more sense. And we're blockaded again. Well, at least tonnage on foreign stations doesn't matter anymore. Oh my goodness, they're sinking so many of our ships. Terrible. And we just don't have anything to challenge the Italians. Everything's up in Northern Europe, except for a bunch of destroyers. But apparently we're not blockaded anymore. And we're blockaded again. It must be right on the edge there. Throw somebody else on trade protection. And maybe I better build some more corvettes. They want to have a peace, a truce. Well, we'll take that. A compromised peace with no changes in borders. Well, it's not the win we were hoping for, but we fought them to a draw. We held the line. A new liberal government lowers naval spending. Ah, come on. What are you doing? Well, this is a problem. Start by putting everybody on reserve. We'll even reduce the research priority a little bit. We'll even start scrapping some of our outlying colonial bases. Now, I think the Italians did get to keep the territories they took from me. Yep, they took Algeria. They took Tunisia. Okay, there we go. Now we just have to figure out how to get enough ships to foreign stations to make this work. So where do we need a lot of ships? We need a lot of ships in Southeast Asia. So I'm going to send one of my carriers to Southeast Asia. Okay, and then we don't need that much in West Africa. 2 destroyers ought to do it, actually. And then we've got Northeast Asia. One of these plus a destroyer ought to do it for Northeast Asia. And Indian Ocean, one of these ought to do it. And then the South Pacific, that's a big one. Ah, sure, we'll be nice to the Austrians. Now, I'm surprised the game didn't end. I thought it ended in 1950. Maybe it ends in 55. All right, we're short by 167 tons. So we'll go ahead and move you to Southeast Asia. Oh, now that's quite a range on that flying boat. I'd like to have that. Well, the British don't seem to have decided that it's too late to build battleships. But I think we've decided the age of the battleship is over. We're all in on carriers and carrier escorts. Well, now that's interesting. A new arms limitation treaty for basically the rest of the game. Ah, and my air bases are ready to be managed correctly. Well, I think this unrest and peacetime has really smashed our budget down. Plus, maybe that naval treaty. So I decided we really ought to have a new light carrier before the game ends. This is the Nouvelle Moineau, which I guess can't have triple or quadruple turrets, so I gotta mess with this a little bit. I also had to decrease some of my land-based air because it was actually taking up more than my ships in total in terms of maintenance and basically busting my budget. And I figured we ought to have a new battle cruiser before the end, too. This is the Joff class, 12,000 tons, 32 knots, 8 9-inch guns, 8 4-inch guns, quality torpedo defenses, bunch of anti aircraft guns. I guess it's actually just an armored cruiser. We're still going to call it the Joff. And we're going to go with one of these in production. And then we got to get the aircraft ready for the Nouvelle Minot. There we go. And it's the end of the year 1955. The game is over. We can play till 1970, but I think we're going to end the game now. And here we have the history of the French Navy. We have the First War with Germany. We have the Second War, where we fought the Italians and then the Austrians. The Third War, where we fought the Austrians. The Fourth War, where we won a glorious series of victories over the Italians. Then we had the war against Germany and Japan. That did not go well. We had another little war against Italy that did go well. And then at the very end of the game, we had the Germano-Italian War, which did not go well. You can see everybody's fleet tonnage here. I'm in red. You can see how I was kind of keeping rough parity with basically everybody except for the British and Americans, who were way ahead of everybody else. And in the end, things did not go well for a bit there. Economy wise, we did have the third largest economy in the world at the end, which is something. Yeah, you can see there. And you can see here a summary of the ships lost by every nation. As you might expect, if we didn't ever fight them, they never lost a ship unless they were allied with us, in which case they might have lost a few. So, the US, for example. And we got a destroyer named after us. We got to 26 prestige, so not great. But on the other hand, sure, that's not great, but if you look at the map, I mean, France was able to maintain its colonial empire until 1955. That's pretty impressive for France. I mean, sure, we lost Algeria. We got Libya, we got Greece, we got Rhodes. France is clearly still a major power to be reckoned with, even if by the end there, the cost of keeping up our aeroplanes was so much that it was making it hard to keep a navy. But anyway, that was a lot of fun. I will probably try this again with a different country sometime. But that's Rule the Waves 2. I would recommend it. There is a Rule the Waves 3 coming out. I don't know exactly when. Probably sometime this year. And it's supposed to go from 1890 up to 1970. So allowing you to go from things like late model ironclads before you even get to a pre-dreadnought all the way up to missile cruisers and super carriers and things like that. So I'm definitely curious to look at that when it comes out. But for now, I'm pretty content with how Rule of the Waves 2 works. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.